Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 6th of November. So from the wave 4 here, pretty much in line with the S&P 500 as 1 and 2, all the way up for 3 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here, pulling back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and then looking for 5 waves to the upside here to make larger wave 1 or possible larger top. There's something that we'll need to work through. So our focus today is really wave 1 here. So that wave 1 is going to come up and find resistance, of course, at the 13,000, which is a major level. We've got support at a medium level. A medium level is just halfway between two major levels. So 15 is the next medium level, and that will be our target to the upside in this bullish run that we're in at the moment. So we're looking at this here. Can shape all this up a little bit later on in here. So let's go in and have a look at this on the, well, let's just drill in slowly through this. So just the 4-hour chart. So we're looking for wave 1 to move up and then wave 2 to move back. So let's just drill into this and understand that trend a little better. So on the hourly chart, it looks a bit like this, where we've got wave 1 here and 2 here and 3 and 4, and then moving up for wave 5 here. We'll just have to count the waves up here, to get the target here. Obviously, there's a couple of things to note here. One of them is the current level that we're on is the 500. So 5 is the midpoint. 5 is the second strongest number. So between 12,000 and 13,000, we count the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 8. But when we count 8 here, we also include what we call group 2, which is 72 and 65. So 65 would be 650, 720 for the 72, and then the 800 here. So this is the resistance here. The next resistance is group 2 here. So let's just drill in a little bit further with this on the 15-minute chart. So just squashing this back up from wave 4 here, we've got 1 and 2 all the way up for 3 and 4 here, and then looking at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and moving up into wave 5 here. So it just depends on how far the S&P goes. That depends on how far this goes as well here, but we can expect Friday and Monday to be bullish, and then profit taking during the week. So that will bring us into this wave 2 correction here that can pull back 50-60%, but we'll check that out as we go. So just on the tick chart here, just to get a better understanding of this little space here, this is 100 ticks. So from the low here, we've got 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third wave, ABC for the fourth wave here. And I just wanted to explain how counting this here. There's 2 ways to count this. Always go on the conservative side, but always like to point out the more positive attributes of the trend as well. So we can count 5 waves up here for 1 and 2, so that's pretty undisputed. And wave 1 here and 2 here is pretty undisputed. So then we can look at it as 3 and 4 here, and then moving up in here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the third wave, the fourth wave, and the fifth wave here, and there'll be 5 waves in here to complete that. And that would be the top. The other way to look at this is that we look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2, and then we drop it down into the smaller size here of 1 and 2 in here. And then all of this here becomes wave 3 and 4 and 5. So if that's the case, that will take us higher into the 13,000 at that point. So I don't know if we're going to be stopping in group 2 here, so put that at 720 there. I mean, it's good if you put the levels on your charting program as well, but just put them lightly in the background so they don't take up so much, because then you can see that they work, and really it's just a game of support and resistance. So is that support? Well, it's testing it, isn't it? So you could buy that high here. That would be a long trade in there for this. I mean, it's the end of the US session, so it might get a bit ugly, but this is a corrective move here. So that means that that high is going to be taken out. So that's cool. But yeah, we have the market is support. I'd rather buy it based on support than facing resistance. because that's where the risk is, more risk at that point. So, but we'll see that push up from that point, 5 being the second strongest number, then 65, which is 650 here. We'll be shaping that up a little bit. That's on 650, that's 720, and that's 800. So look, I assume that we're going to be pushing up closer to the 13,000, but because, well, large numbers are like magnets, but when we get support on 5, then we can be pretty assured to be getting to 8 at that point. Beyond that is we need to get support on 8 to confirm that move. So it's step by step, level by level, price point by price point, support, resistance, support, resistance. So that's how it plays out. Let's have a look at the FTSE, which will be doing much the same thing as such, but I've got a different count for this. It's hard to count this as wave 4 coming back into this space, so I'll count it like wave B, but just to let you know that I'm unsure of that situation, but as a wave B, it's pulled back 61.8%, so that's perfect. It was too much for a wave 4. It's too big for a wave 4 too, and compared to the the current structure here. This is more in line with with banks really around the world. But anyway, besides all of that, the nightmare's over here, and the impulse wave to the upside is just beginning. So we've got wave 1, which we'll take a close look at, and then further to the upside. So in line with the S&P and the DAX. So we should just drift up on this here. Just do a bit of housework while I'm here. So all good. So obviously the main point here is that the market will push up close to the 6,000, and we need it as support. Once we've got this impulse wave here, once we can confirm 5 waves here, then we know that we'll get a correction and we'll get another 5 waves. That much would be assured about. But this is bullish corrective, this pattern here. So we shouldn't take out these highs here. So yeah, anyway, we're in this first wave here. Let's go in and check it out. I don't think, so this is what we were talking about last time we spoke during the week. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and heading up for wave 5 here, and then the ABC correction. It's okay for scalpers to trade further up here for Friday and Monday, but trend traders might want to put in a smaller position and accommodate any correction here. But once we've got 5 waves here, then we'll get another 5. So that's the good thing about Elliott in that regard. And this is the count here roughly. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, same as the DAX, and then going up for wave 5 close to the 6,000, sitting on 5.9 at the moment, so that's important. I don't know if I've done a 15-minute chart. I'll just check. Oh yeah, not as lazy as I thought I was. So yeah, but wave 1 and 2, 3, 4, and then a little bit like the DAX. The DAX could be counted differently as well with this as well, but we can certainly call this the 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4 and 5 for wave 1 and 2 here. So then it just makes a matter of how we'd like to count the rest of this structure here. But as traders, we've got 5.9 here. So is that support yet? Not quite, but just keep an eye on that. So you could go, if this is 5.9, the levels in through here would be 10, 20 and 30. So when 10 becomes the support, you can get a small position, and then when 20 becomes the tested support, get another position, and when 30 becomes the support, get another position, and that will take you to 50. Now at 50 you can take some profit off the table and then wait for that to become support, because you'll get a classic trading levels pattern at 50, and if 50 becomes the support, then that will take you up to 80 at that point. But the 6,000 is going to act like a magnet, and the market will want to pull up to that point. So that's it. Alrighty. So yeah, just to Just to recap here on the daily chart, we're looking at the FTSE in line with the S&P 500, and that would be an impulse wave of 5 waves to the upside. How far will it take us? I'm not quite sure, but we should take out that top there. There can also be a relationship between the length of wave A and the length of wave C. The relationship could be equality, which is normally what we look for, but it may just be 61.8% of this move here as well. So we'll work that as we go, but we'll just, once we've got wave 1 in, wave 2 beginning, then we'll have some understanding. We'll understand that wave 3 should be longer than wave 1, so we'll be able to put sort of Humpty Dumpty together a bit. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.